Hello friends, welcome back and thanks for watching. I don't know what we're calling this video because it's an accumulation of things. I've got some of my favorite products. I've got some of Sam's favorite products that he's been loving lately. This isn't necessarily a gift guide, but these are still things, of course, you could gift. I just still want to make sure I'm keeping you guys current on all the new things I'm loving and trying because I still love trying new products. So we will go ahead and get started. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new here. And just a reminder, everything will be linked in the description bar and comment section. And then some of these things will even have a little pop-up right here on screen so that you can shop while watching the video. But product number one, we're gonna start out with like the beauty category. This has been a real game changer just this past like week or so, but I've been very into gua sha stone usage for about a year now. It completely changed the shape of my jawline. I did not realize just how much puffier my jawline looked prior to using a gua sha stone. And I really love mine, but I have seen that, you know, if you do it too hard, it just won't work. But also I've seen a lot of positive benefits to like these really soft ones. It's of course a little bit easier on your skin. Like you don't necessarily need to have product on your skin for this to glide across. But I have been fighting the most brutal sinus infection ever. And I started using this the other day because I was like, I just need relief. Like I just need to see if this will work. And I physically could feel just like the gunk being pushed away from my face. I felt so much better after like 24 hours of consistent use. Now I definitely overdid it for regular usage, but again, I did have this sinus infection that I've been fighting. So of course I am fighting it with antibiotics, but I love a good gua sha stone too. So I've been kind of using both and surely I am feeling much better. So I just love using this, getting all that stuff pushed out. And this is a soft brush that's like $10. You can get it in so many different places. And so of course it's just a little bit easier on your skin, but it is still as effective in my opinion. Now product number two is actually the Shark Cryo Glow Mask. And full disclosure, like this was my Sephora sale purchase. It's definitely an expensive mask. They have like an anti-aging setting. They have a setting that can help with acne. I do both, but they did say like you need to use this every day for 8 weeks and you know, before you decide whether or not this is something you're going to keep up with. There's a maintenance routine after that. But I actually got the privilege of speaking with the Shark Beauty team in California and they just went on and on about this. But one of the things that they really loved is they were like, these cold little like patches underneath here help with your under eye dark circles and puffiness. And when I tell you immediately, I noticed a difference in my dark circles and puffy under eyes. I mean, it was instant. So although the mask itself, like I took my before picture, I will use this every day for 8 weeks and then I will take my after picture and report back. Immediately I noticed a difference in my under eyes here. Like I just never really struggled with that. And it's like I woke up at 30 and my body was like, hey, congratulations, happy birthday. Now we have dark circles. This actually sits, I would say, a little bit on like the outer, like 3/4 of your eye. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't sit right up here. You can adjust the levels 1 through 3 for the under eye cooling. You can use the lights with the cooling or just the cooling itself, but it almost sits out here and you just feel this really cool, kind of just like, it almost just feels like a little ice pack on your eyes the whole time that the setting is running. And immediately my dark circles were like, bye-bye. So I'm pretty sold on this already, although I have only been using it for about a week and some change maybe at this point. But yeah, I mean, my FYP was just inundated with stuff about this and the before and afters that people had shared. So I was pretty sold on it and I know it's gonna work, but the eye part in particular is amazing. Now, product number three can kind of be like the first two products that I showed you meshed into one, sort of. So if you have been here since like 2019, 2020, you know I talked about this product so much that people were like, okay, shut up, we get it. This is my just tried and true OG favorite. It is an ice roller. I keep it in my freezer and every morning, if you've ever seen some of my vlogs, you know I get this out of my freezer and I push outward. You're really supposed to make sure you're always pushing up and out. So I push up and out on my skin and I feel like it just definitely, of course, helps the puffiness, but I notice on the days that I use this versus the days that I forget or I'm just too busy, I notice a difference in my pore size. I feel like my pores look drastically different after I have put something cold on them. And so, of course, like I want to use it on the days I wear makeup because it just makes your pores because they're super cold. They're like, oh my gosh. So this is really nice. You can definitely put it on your under eye. I'll use it sometimes on my under eye masks. I'll be like very just in here, but this is from Amazon. It's super, super affordable, and I have been using it for well over 5 years at this point. So still an OG favorite and something I just love, even if it's just like you need the feeling of being awake. Like there's so many benefits to ice rolling, but like even just, I wanna really be able to wake up, roll an ice roll across your face like 2-3 times. You will be more awake. Now we're into the fashion category, and I must say this bracelet is just stunning. I actually have not taken it off. I've just really worn these two lately, and one of the reasons why I love this brand is because they have a lifetime guarantee for their products. So you can buy this brand on Nordstrom, Amazon, and then they have a direct website. I would recommend the direct website simply because if you do have an issue with the product, of course it's easier to go through them and their website with their order numbers. But the lifetime guarantee is what really sold me, because I have purchased so many pieces from this brand over the past, I would say like 8 years, probably, like truthfully 5, at least 5. And I love them so much because I had one issue one time with one clasp turning. I sent them an email, photo, order number, explained what happened, and before they even responded to that email, I already got the confirmation that they were just shipping me another one. So I feel like just the customer service right there sold me on the brand. This is like under 60 or 70 bucks. So it looks very high end. This is a look for less bracelet already, but just the fact that they have a lifetime guarantee, you can wear their stuff all the time. It's not going to turn or tarnish. It's comfortable. They have so many different styles and colors. There is not one bad thing I can say about this brand. So I absolutely love this bracelet. I have a necklace I've been wearing from them like full time. I have so many earrings. I just adore them so much. And we're going to put it out in the universe. One day I want to collab with this brand and make my own jewelry line because I love them so much. Number 5, the Spanx Booty Boost leggings. I have now like 3 or 4 pairs of these. I have 2 pairs of the bike shorts, and I must say Sam Robinson is a big fan of these. Okay, I don't have a big butt, but something about the like booty boost legging, it just makes your booty look real nice and perky. So I have regular leggings, I have the 7/8 length leggings, I've got the flare leggings, and he just loves them. He always is complimenting me when I wear them, and I do have a discount code for you guys. So Moriah X Spanx gets you 15% off plus free shipping on new orders. If you do have a Spanx account and you want to use the code, like it wouldn't be your first order, I recommend just not logging into your account, and then it should still work. So it is an absolutely amazing just brand entirely. I've loved Spanx forever, but like the booty boost leggings, I just love getting compliments from my husband, and he's all about those leggings. So I've been wearing them nonstop, and he likes them, so that's why they're in this video. Number 6, the Super Puff coat. I love this so much. I live in the South. We don't really get these like crazy cold winters, but when I went to Chicago, I was like, your girl needs a coat, okay? I'm gonna be brutally cold. And the Super Puff, like Aritzia kind of hangs their hat on them being able to be worn in -40-degree temperature, and you're still gonna be warm. And when I tell you, I was walking around, that wind chill was smacking me, and I was totally fine. I felt super good. I just fell in love with this coat. We even went into an Aritzia, and one of the employees was like, how did you get your hands on a matte brown? I need to know. I've been trying to get the matte brown forever. So I just absolutely love the coat itself for its warmth, but it also has so many good features. It has button closure, zipper closure, a removable hood. It also has this little piece that comes up to your hand, so it's still gonna keep your hands warm, but you don't necessarily have to wear gloves. So many different colors. They have matte, they have high shine, they have form fitted, they have regular fit, they have so many different lengths, and I kept seeing people be like, I have 4 of these coats, I have so many of these coats, and they always sell out. Like these are just such a sellout risk every year, and I was always like, are they really that good? No, they really are. So I bought another one. And I bought the long one because there are just sometimes like where I'm going to need that extra length, just like, even though we don't experience -40-degree temps, like the wind sometimes here can still be kind of brutal for what I'm used to. So I get cold. So I grabbed the long one, and I feel like this is just amazing. Again, they fit really, really nicely. It actually fits true to size, but I could still layer underneath with like a thick sweater and it wouldn't be too snug. So just so many good things about them. But again, they have a million styles, colors, just everything under the sun. So definitely look at what you are looking for. But in my personal experience, I definitely feel like I will probably wear the long one more than the regular length one, just because your girl's a baby about the cold weather, okay? Number 7 are these Abercrombie tees. And honestly, I have like talked about these so many times, but I feel like every time I wear them, people are always like, that looks like the perfect basic tee. Like I just need to know. So I have had the short sleeve, like cropped, they're slightly cropped tees for, I mean, well over 2-3 years at this point. I did have to replace them last year just simply because I lost a good chunk of weight when I started like prioritizing protein and weightlifting. And so they just looked ridiculously big. So although I had to replace them for smaller sizes, like I still have been wearing these tees for years. This is the baby tee, but they're all from the A&F Essentials. So you can't really go wrong here. I've got form-fitted, ribbed. I've got regular short sleeve cropped. I've got the regular like waist to your waist, like long sleeve tee. Anything from the A&F Essentials line is truly an essential. But I have just been getting a lot of compliments on this black one lately, and just people are like, that looks like the perfect tee. And I'm like, yeah, because it is. So I'll link all of my favorites below. Now we're into the home lifestyle category, and I do have a couple more discount codes here for you guys. So this is the Cowboy Colostrum. You guys know I'm all about good colostrum, helps your immune system. We've been going through it since the boys started preschool, and this brand actually reached out and they were like, hey, we want to send you, you know, some colostrum to try. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll try it. And I fell in love with it so hard that we reached out and we were like, hey, can we have a discount code, please? Like, I'm never going to shut up about this. This is truly my new favorite iced coffee, like, additive. So basically Armra has texture, but no taste, right? They do have some that have flavors, but in my opinion, I just like the basic flavorless Armra, you know, colostrum. However, that one is very gritty. This one is totally different. So this is vanilla and this is chocolate. I use the vanilla more often because I love a good like vanilla iced coffee. The difference with this one is it doesn't have texture, but it does have taste. But the taste is really good. So that is just kind of the difference between the two. But what I'll do is I'll do 2 shots of espresso. Then I will put a scoop of this in there after the espresso cools down. I will use the frother, get it all mixed in. Then I'll pour in my protein and then a little bit of creamer. And I'm telling you, it is the best iced coffee. I'm getting my protein goals and I'm drinking this yummy, yummy colostrum. So truly, this stuff tastes absolutely delicious. It's so creamy, but just a heads up, like, you will be able to see it. And when you first drink it, you'll be like, oh, I can see it. It's going to be bad. It's not. It's delicious. So vanilla or chocolate, you can't go wrong, but Moriah 25 gets you 25% off. And I am probably going to put myself on a subscription service, like with my own money, once I do run out of these, because they are just so good and such a daily essential for me. The next item, I can't get enough of it, laundry sauce. Again, they gifted me these, and then I put myself on their subscription service with my card info. I was like, no, I need this. Laundry sauce, I have said this before, if you're someone who feels like laundry should not have a scent, that's fine, but I just can't do that. I feel like my laundry feels clean when it has a scent, and it doesn't feel clean if it doesn't. And I cannot get enough of Australian sandalwood. I now have myself on a subscription for the laundry pods, the scent booster, the dryer sheets, and the fabric softener. That was actually the product. They did not send me the fabric softener, and I bought it on my own, and I was like, oh yeah, no, this is really good. I need this all the time. And you don't need a ton of any of it for it to smell good. But also, I swear to you, this stuff is actually more powerful than some things I've tried that are just like regular average laundry products, because there are some stains on the boys' clothes that just like haven't come out, and I just kind of accepted like, oh, this, you know, shirt's a little bit ruined. And after I've started using laundry sauce regularly, I've noticed that those stains are gone. So I, again, have a discount code Moriah15, 15% off for you guys to use. That only works on their website. They do also sell through Amazon, but they did send me an initial order and then I put myself on a subscription. So I just like to always keep that transparent with you guys, what's been sent to me versus what hasn't. But yeah, no, I have no issue paying with my own money for that, because so good. It just smells like a dream. And my mom even, she'll be outside and like she'll be by her drive-in. She's like, oh, I can smell you doing your laundry. It smells so good. The next one are the Auden pajamas at Target, I believe is how you say that brand. They have family pajamas. They have women's pajamas. They have so many different styles and colors and cuts and dresses and t-shirt and short options, or long sleeves and pants options for sleep. And I have really fallen in love with matching pajama sets. It was something I just kind of carried over after the holiday season last year, and I was like, what? You know what? I instantly wake up and I feel put together. Like, I have my little matching set. It's kind of like how if you just get up and get dressed, you feel more put together. If you wake up and you stay in your pajamas, but it's a matching set, you already feel more put together. And so I have bought a lot of pajamas, whether they are expensive or affordable. I really just go based off of how they feel, how they last. And Auden, I have to say, is one of those that medium to lower price range, but they feel like some of my luxury pajamas. They are probably the exact same material. They wash and dry like an absolute dream. Very low maintenance. The color stays, no peeling, and they're just soft. Like they are so, so comfortable and soft, and they don't make you too hot. So I've been buying these like left, right, and center. I can't stop. The next one, I actually just really wanted to share these. I'm so proud of our Christmas cards this year. I absolutely love them. And I will have a link below to this exact card for you guys. I did get a lot of questions about this particular style. I did the 3 pictures with the red foil. You can even get like the card itself red. You can get different colored foil. You can get a matte print here. But I also put a little picture and then a little like message on the back for our Christmas cards this year. I wanted something different than we've had in previous years, but I knew I wanted to go back to minted because I've just always loved how quick their shipping is. I feel like they're so easy to design. Some websites can be really difficult to design your cards on. I just have never had a bad experience, and they actually reached out with a discount code and they were like, we can give you Moriah Robinson for 20% off. So just a heads up, go ahead and get your Christmas cards ordered with that discount code for 20% off. And you want to order them soon because if you wait, you're going to have to pay more for shipping, and nobody wants to do that. So I'm actually on it this year because I wanted to use our apple orchard photos, and we took these in like September, October, I think. But I could not love these more. And I always am just so impressed with the quality, but these just make me so happy. So I have not shut up. I wanted to show everybody my Christmas cards, but I do also have a discount code if you guys are interested. Next product is the Shark Mess Master. And let me tell you, I have not stopped talking about this thing because it is the best portable wet dry mop vacuum, but it is also very easy to clean. You can throw all of the parts in the dishwasher. So it's just simple. But we had our first run in, and I think I might have already mentioned this. Ezra flooded the bathroom. He used too much toilet paper, and then he was like trying to fix it, and it was just a hot mess, flooded the bathroom. Literally less than 10 minutes, I cleaned up the entire mess, and his bathroom was flooded. And I literally just put the long attachment on this, and I just sucked up all of the water and like toilet paper right up into this thing. And then because it was like toilet water, I didn't put this in the dishwasher. I just took it outside and washed it, but it was still so easy to clean. So it just took that mess and made it really, really simple to clean. And I was like, okay, that right there just shows like why this is even better than I thought it was, because those really weird messes, like it just makes cleaning them a breeze. But again, cleaning the machine itself is easy, which is so important to me in my adult life. So I just will forever and always sing this thing's praises. Like I use it for my car, I've used it for spot messes, but yeah, when it literally took that entire destroyed bathroom floor and had it like really shaped up in 10 minutes, and then I was able to just go back in and disinfect everything, I was like, I'm sold for life. Oh, you guys hear me? I know. Okay. I eat organic, I work out, I get my protein intake, I weight lift. Let me drink my Lonnies, okay? Let me have my Diet Cokes. This is the Winter Wonderland flavor, and when I tell you, they blew it out of the water this year. I mean it. Last year, I don't know what they did, but it was horrendous. And I'm not good at describing scents or flavors, but I saw someone describe this as Christmassy fruit punch, and I was like, that's perfect. But I don't like fruit punch, but that really is like the best way to describe it. If you can get your hands on these, like if you live in the Greenville-Spartanburg area, I have found that like the bougie Walmarts, the bougie Spanx, like the nicer gas stations in the nice part of town, like they definitely have a lot of these. I've been stockpiling them whenever I can. I'm going to be sad when these go away. I don't drink Alani's every day. I'd say I really am only like Monday, Tuesday, or like Thursday whenever I'm really working. The Winter Wonderland flavor is my baby. I will really struggle to let go of these when they stop selling them seasonally, but yeah, I can't get enough, y'all. Final product for the lifestyle category is the Hulkin bag. My mom needs one of these. I've even told my dad, I'm like, Dad, you got to get these for her for Christmas. I use these all the time. You can use them for groceries. You can use them at Costco. You can use them for like trash, which I don't ever use mine for like smelly trash. I use them for like styrofoam and all that stuff. I lug mine between mine and my mom's house all the time if I'm like carrying things. One of my friends, she was like, I use mine for returns. Like I literally just have one that I have sat aside and I just throw my returns in there. When it's full, I take it to the post office. You can use this for everything. It has handles in all the right places. It has a zipper top. It really does fold fairly flat for how large it is. I have 2 different ones. I will show you the different sizes, but y'all, I can't get enough. Like they just don't rip. They're high quality. I love these so much. And we of course are still in our Santa phase. So what my plan is is to take all of the toys that we are buying for the boys for Christmas this year, put them in our super large Hulkin bag, and then I'm just gonna take that over to my parents' house because it's zip closed. We can put it in their attic. I know that everything inside of it is completely safe because it's zip closed, and then that way the boys don't have a chance of finding it when they're over there. And then Christmas Eve, we will literally just go over there, grab the Hulkin bag, drag her through the yard, and then we're good to go. Like, it is Mary Poppins bag, and it's not gonna tear up, and I can't get enough of it. Now, I did want to include 2 products that are Sam's favorites this month. Some of you guys ask for Sam's favorites sometimes, and he doesn't always have things that he like oohs and ahs about. There have been 2 things that he has just gone on and on about lately. One are the men's Quince straight jeans. I got him these, and I was like, oh, yep, there, that's it. And I'm like literally on a waiting list, I think, for a few of the washes because I want to buy him every single wash. I am not a big like skinny jean on men kind of girl. It's just not my thing, and neither was he, but we like the straight leg look. I think it just like, he has really nice legs, and just like women, like when he wears a straight leg jeans, you can see his legs a little bit more, but they're not like super skinny. And I don't know, they're just the perfect fit and the perfect wash, and they look really good on him, and it's just, I like my husband, y'all, and those jeans are it, okay? They fit true to size. I love them. And so does he, which is, I guess, the bonus here. And then the last favorite for Sam would be the SKG neck massager. So we recently got this in, we being me, and I literally opened the box and I was like, where'd it go? Did they not ship it to me? He had already stolen it. He steals it all the time so much I'm like, okay, we might actually need another one of these, because I love that it has like a heated mechanism to it. So it's not just these things like mashing into your neck, but it's heated. It has vibration settings, pulse settings. You can change the heat level, whether it talks or not. And it's this teeny tiny little thing. It's not massive and bulky. It's not in this massive bag. It is powerful, but also you're not having to like put your hands in it. You know, there's some where you have to like put your hands in it and really pull on it to make sure it works. This one, you literally just put it on your neck and walk away. Like, it works so well. Sam has kind of figured out the settings, so he likes a good custom setting to do his based on what he wants. I just really like the stress relief mode. That is more than enough for me, and I'll just sit there and I'm like, oh my God, it feels so good. But I will say, I woke up one morning with a crick in my neck, and it was one of those where like I could not move my head, like I was doing this. I was like, oh, this is really bad. And I put it on my neck, and before the full massage cycle even ended, I had like full range of motion. I was doing this, like, it is just the best product ever, and it's at a really good price point for how powerful it is, so that would be a great Christmas gift. But it's one of my favorites, and it's definitely one of Sam's because he keeps stealing it from me. Now, y'all know I get real chatty in these videos. I love favorites videos because it gives me the opportunity to share things that I just love and adore, but I actually got a lot of really good feedback on the needlepoint stuff in my last video, and so many of you guys were interested in it. I will say, full disclosure, like, I can't continue to share, like I will never be able to share a dedicated needlepoint video here because that's just not the way the algorithm works. And the easiest way to describe it is my YouTube channel. Think of it as like let's say a clothing boutique. So we do sell clothing and we sell makeup. And if all of a sudden I was to start selling needlepoint supplies in my boutique, people would be like, what? That's kind of odd, okay? And then, you know, if I started selling protein, people would be like, that's weird. This is a clothing boutique. And that is kind of how the algorithm works. So YouTube isn't going to share my stuff if I just share dedicated stuff like that, and it can confuse it. So I have a vlog channel. It's called Moriah Robinson Mom Vlogs. And I don't really do like mom vlogs there as much as I use it as a dumping ground for everything that's not fashion and beauty or like Amazon, just because that is what the algorithm has really, like, I've trained it on this channel for. So if you are interested in random things, mom life, needlepoint, cooking, any of those things, I highly encourage you to go subscribe to that channel. I will leave a little link right here. I'll leave a link in the description bar, but again, it's called Moriah Robinson Mom Vlogs. You can just search it on YouTube. With that being said, I'm going to share a needlepoint portion because you guys loved it. And I feel like so many people are definitely taking it up right now. I don't know what happened that all of us started doing it, but I was like really seeing videos on my TikTok after I went to ChatGPT and I was like, hey, I need a hobby. I'm running the rat race. Like, I work from the moment I get up until my head hits the pillow. I need something. I was very specific that I can do at night, sitting down, that's not reading. And it was kind of like embroidery, cross stitch, needlepoint. And I started to kind of see those on my For You page. And that's when I was like, okay, needlepoint looks a little more interesting. So I started, and now I'm addicted and can't stop buying canvases. And it's really become quite the addiction. And it's it is taking over my life. Okay, I love it, and I will talk to anybody about it, and I think I'm gonna do a dedicated vlog to it on my vlog channel. But with that being said, I want to share, I finished my first 2 ornaments. You guys, I literally did not know how to thread a needle when I got these canvases in. October 10th is when they arrived. I did not know how to thread a needle, and this past weekend I finished these ornaments start to finish. I sewed these, hand sewed them. Okay, they're not perfect, but I love that because this just to me screams she wanted to try something new, and she did, and she's learning. And I love that. Like, I will look back on this, I'm on Facebook groups now, and even sometimes we'll be like, I messed up this, what do I do about this? And people are like, own it. You hang that messed up ornament on your tree. You keep that half finished thing that you messed up, and you look back on it one day and go, look at where I started and look at how far I've come. And I love that mentality. Like, this is the little candy cane ornament. This was one of my first ones that I got from Coco Frank, and it just makes me so happy. I do recommend starting with a kit. They do have little like booklets that come with the Coco Frank kits that kind of teach you, but I will leave, actually I'll just leave a link below for the Amazon, like all my essentials, and within that Amazon link for Needlepoint Essentials is the book that I use. It is a great book because it shows you like numbered how to do certain stitches. It's very, very helpful. It's very beginner friendly. But if you buy a kit, you'll get the canvas, you'll get thread. And the best way to describe it is with needlepoint, you will talk the talk after you walk the walk. And usually I feel it's kind of a little bit different. Like, you have to kind of learn about it first. And I feel like needlepoint, it's one of those things you just jump in both feet first, and then you'll figure it out as you go. Like, you will learn very quickly what you like, the lingo, all those things. The book does help you kind of learn the ins and outs, but go to a local needlepoint store and just go, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing and I want to get started. And they will be like, let me help you. So I got a Coco Frank. I will leave a link below to Coco Frank. I got a little Coco Frank kit. These are both Coco Frank. How many times can I say that? And I did the canvas portion, and then I went to Hobby Lobby. I got the fabric here. I did the cording, and I learned, like, okay, the back cookie, which is this piece, needs to be bigger than the front cookie because you can't see the cording. So I learned, and then by the time I got my second ornament, I was like, okay, I like this one so much more. So I'm just really, really proud of these, and I love it so much. It's given me such a good outlet. I feel like mentally I don't feel near as exhausted as I did prior to starting this like fun little creative outlet, but I am so sold, and I have a tree right here that next Christmas my goal is to have covered in my self-finished ornaments. And also, you can do so much more than just ornaments. That's the other thing, is like, I think when you first start, you're like, what do I do with it? How do I finish it? Do I send it to a finisher? Do I do it myself? If I can self-finish, anyone else can. And there's just, you can make picture frames, you can frame photos, you can do anything. I have been doing Whip Wednesdays on TikTok, which stands for work in progress. And my whip this week are these doors. So I have these like 99% finished. This is another little Coco Frank set. It comes with, it has her name at the bottom, comes with the canvas and all the threads that you're supposed to use. However, I've gotten into this now and I was like, you know what? I kind of want the red to be sparkly. So I had some sparkly ribbon that I had used for another project. And when I went to finish this, I was like, oh, you know what? I don't feel like I can have these be sparkly red and then the light at the top not be sparkly. So I have to go to my local needlepoint store and grab some sparkly thread, and then I will be able to finish this ornament. I will use the same fabric for the backing on this one that I did here. So it's gonna be this like same pink and white like polka dot. And I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for cording, but this one will be an ornament. Number 19 is my mom's picture frame. I could not love this more. I think I got the Pyrex dish from Canvas Queen Needlepoint, yeah, I think it's Canvas Queen Needlepoint. And my goal the entire time was actually to make this for my mom, but I was just kind of sharing like, oh, I'm doing this Pyrex dish. It reminds me of my mom because she would see me like working on it. If she would come over and I was working on it, she would see it. So when I finished this, I had her kitchen colors in mind and her house in mind. When I went to frame it, which is a great thing to do, if you don't want to finish it into an ornament, you can put it in a picture frame. I didn't love the way the white mat took away from the actual stitching itself. So I went and got some blue and white fabric and completely covered the matte frame in this beautiful blue and white floral print. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it is perfect. It matches my mom's house perfect. And it's just so pretty. And that project just makes me so happy because it was like the first thing that I did like start to finish, and I gave it to my mom, and I just didn't even know how to thread a needle. And I was able to like buy this adhesive and use this knife to cut and cover a matte frame. And it's made me feel so creative, but it's also been just like a great outlet. And I absolutely love it so much. The final whip that I am working on is actually this now, ooh, I almost pulled that off. This Now Serving Girl Dinner. I have this one like here, I literally still have the thread on my needle minder, which your local needlepoint store will have a bunch of those too. This has been a little bit of a doozy. So this fabric or thread, you're actually supposed to feed it through twice because it's so thin and has like the faintest sparkles. So if you look at it, you don't immediately see the sparkles, but then you're like, wait a minute, it's kind of a little bit of shine to it. And then I do have like a different, almost like a wire that I've been using for this. So I love this one, but I have been cursing it when I use it just because it's been taking me quite literally twice as long. I go back and forth about how I want to finish this one. I don't know if I want to frame this. I've seen some people that will make door hangers. Some people make fridge magnets, although I feel like that's kind of a big fridge magnet. There's a lot of different things. So I think I'm gonna finish it and see how I feel about it, and then we'll decide. But for me, I do feel like this would be a really cute, big, like larger ornament, or I could put it in my little snack bag and like finish it in a bag. So anyway, there's a lot of lingo, but again, it's one of those things like so many people are like, I don't even know where to start. You just have to start. Once you get a kit, which I recommend, like Coco Frank is a great place to start. You can get something kitted, meaning she'll send you the canvas, a needle, thread, kind of a how-to guide. Once you're in it, you will learn very quickly. And I know that sounds like really intimidating, especially when you're starting a new hobby, but you will learn. Guys, this was a long video, but I do know that, I mean, like you guys said, you like to hear kind of about the lifestyle things that I'm doing and not just necessarily products, but what I'm into, and I'm so into needlepoint. So again, I will probably do a dedicated video very soon on my vlog channel that's just kind of a dumping ground for all things that aren't fashion and beauty. So make sure you follow me over there. Also, make sure you click the subscribe button. I do have a lot of good content coming your way this week, next week, into the holiday season. And also sign up for my newsletter. I send out one email every Friday, and it's got lots of good gift ideas in it. So thank you guys for watching. This was a yappy video, but I love and adore you guys, and I'll see you next time.